This is KUGAN CASSIUS for the CASSIUS and Elder Show here on BoxNation. With me, I'm joined by the Haymaker himself, David Haye. How are you, David?
I'm very well. Thank you for asking. How's things with you?
Very well. Can't complain, but I can. No one listens.
I'll listen to you. I'll listen.
If I had more than 4 minutes for this interview, I'd tell you all about it. But anyway,
Okay. Stick to the job in hand. Stick to the job in hand.
you're back at the O2 this Saturday night against Arnold the Cobra Gurjaj. Took me a while to pronounce the name and learn the name, but what sort of test is this going to be for you this week, David?
I've got no clue. I don't know. All I know is he's had 29 fights and he's never lost. He's got the second longest winning run of any current active heavyweight, second to only Deontay Wilder. So it's an interesting challenge. You know, I don't really know much about him and his style or his history. I just know he's obviously confident. Know he's taken the fight. You know, he's had ample time to prepare. So his team seems super confident. So we'll find out on Saturday night.
You made the very intelligent decision to put Shannon Briggs on this card with a view to...
It wasn't really my decision. He kind of talked himself into it, to be honest. I was like, I just wanted to shut him up, to be honest. He's like, guy kept giving me, I was like, okay, fight me on the card and I'll fight you afterwards. It's one of them situations where people just keep, you know, when your kid just starts nagging you for something, you know, all right then, go on then. Here's a bag of sweets or whatever it is he's moaning for. It's one of them situations, he just kept bugging me. But then everyone else started bugging me as well. He started bugging me, then I started getting all these people on Twitter saying, fight him. Oh, go on then. Yeah, so he's fighting on the undercard, then I'll fight him afterwards.
So obviously that is, you know, that will be your next fight. Touch wood, you both come through this. Your next fight around September time, possibly.
Yeah. My mind, September's a good time. I don't want to wait too long. You know, I have the summer to train. You know, have 2 or 3 weeks off after this fight. Get back into training, and then a September date in my mind looks good. So I've asked him. I said, if you want to do it in September, we'll do it in September. I said, I don't want to be waiting around for this fight. You know, I'm going to get him shut him up quick.
With so much happening in the heavyweight scene at the moment, it's things changing. Obviously, we saw what happened with the Wilder and Povetkin fight a few days ago. How long before you believe you're challenging for what you want, another heavyweight world title?
I definitely believe next year. Next year, realistically, I'd love to say I want to fight. Everybody wants to fight for a world title right now, but realistically, with my next 2 fights basically scheduled, I can't hand on heart say I'm likely to get a world title fight this year. If it happens by some miracle, fantastic. But I'm preparing for next year. I'm preparing for one of the champions to. For me to put myself in a position where they'd want to fight me next year.
Just a thought on, obviously, July the 9th, the rematch between Tyson Fury and Vladimir Klitschko. You've been vocal about this, the first fight as well as this one. You believe Tyson can do it?
I believe he can. I believe he has the ability to do it, whether he has the discipline, whether he has the hunger. And when I say hunger, I don't mean hunger at a buffet line. I mean hunger is in putting your body through it, you know, sacrificing the ice cream, sacrificing the fatty foods, the fry-ups in the mornings. If he's got the hunger to stay away from that and discipline himself to be the best athlete and specimen he can be, I believe he's got a shot. I wasn't very impressed with the condition or their lack of himself at the press conference for Klitschko. He took his top off and revealed what looked like, you know, a solid 15% body fat. And, you know, when you're 115 kilos, that's probably like, I don't know, 17.5 kilos of body fat just unnecessarily there. So he's got a couple of months to shift that, as well as train for the biggest fight of his life, which is it's a real unfortunate situation. As he's a young man, he's a young, healthy man who's at the top of his game now. You know, it'd be very sad for him to lose this fight on conditioning alone. If he gets knocked out because Klitschko's a better fighter, that's one thing. But if he comes in slow and ponderous and not able to get to grips with Klitschko, which we know he can because he's done it in the past, and Klitschko's way over the hill, I think it'd kick himself for the rest of his life. But then again, he said he doesn't care. He just wants money to go and retire somewhere. So he's kind of, I don't know really what he wants to do. He's a strange character.
David, just a quick note on Amir Khan's defeat to Canelo. You made a video and put it on Facebook recently. Big props to Amir for taking the fight, and these things happen in boxing.
Huge props. You know, you can't complain when a fighter takes a leap, takes a jump, when he believes he can do the impossible. You know, a lot of people thought he was crazy. You know, he's been knocked out at light welterweight and welterweight. So what makes him think he got up to middleweight? His heart did. You know, he really believed he could do it. I believed he could do it as well. I believed he had the skill, and I think he showed in the first couple of rounds that if he could have stuck with that same game plan, the in and out, using his superior speed, he could have won the fight. But sometimes you get a very exceptional big man, and Canelo is that. He's a very, very good fighter. And I think the weight, if they both weighed the same, if Canelo was a light welterweight or welterweight, I don't believe he would have got the knockout. But when you get a middleweight fighting a welterweight, that's why we have weight divisions. But Amir, credit to him, he took the jump, he took the leap. It unfortunately didn't pay off, but he can always go back down to his natural weight and have a very, very successful career. And I believe he picks up at least another 2 world titles before he hangs up. He's still a young man. He's 28 now. He's a young guy. No real mileage on the clock. How many times have you seen him get absolutely battered? Getting knocked out at one shot. Roberto Duran got knocked out at one shot. Manny Pacquiao got knocked out at one shot. Lennox Lewis got knocked out at one shot. So what? They all came back to regain the world title after that. So why can't Amir Khan?
David, listen, thank you very much for talking to the Cassius and Show in BoxNation. Everyone tune in to Dave this Saturday night, where you can see the Haymaker.
Check it out. It's going to be fun. If you want to get down there, O2 Arena, make it happen. It's going to be fun. Heyday 2.
Thank you very much, Haymaker.